Imagine a world where paths carved through vast landscapes were the lifelines of civilization. These ancient trade routes connected distant cultures, facilitating exchanging goods, ideas, and innovations. Join us as we uncover the secrets of these routes that shaped human history. Long before modern transportation, traders braved the elements, journeying across deserts and seas. Their voyages were fraught with peril, yet they persisted, forging connections that would transform societies. The Silk Road is perhaps the most famous of these trails, connecting the East and West. The Silk Road not only facilitated the exchange of silk, but also spices, precious gems, and philosophies. It played a critical role in cultural diffusion, allowing religions and innovations to travel alongside goods. Imagine the conversations that sparked new ideas along these routes. In addition to the Silk Road, maritime routes also flourished. The Indian Ocean Trade Network connected East Africa, the Arabian Peninsula, and Southeast Asia, allowing for the exchange of not just goods, but also technology and cultural practices. The spice trade was particularly lucrative, attracting merchants from distant lands. Spices were coveted for their ability to preserve food and enhance flavor, creating a demand that drove exploration and discovery. This quest for spices significantly impacted global trade patterns. Trade routes also led to the rise of cities such as Venice and Timbuktu. These cities became melting pots of culture, where ideas, art, and science flourished. They were hubs of creativity, showcasing the benefits of trade and cultural exchange. As trade expanded, so did the need for diplomacy and alliances. Merchants had to navigate not only the physical challenges of travel, but also the political landscapes of the regions they traversed. These interactions often led to lasting partnerships between civilizations. The spread of technology was another significant outcome of trade routes. Innovations like papermaking and the compass traveled along these paths, transforming societies. These advancements facilitated further exploration and cultural growth across continents. However, the impact of trade routes was not always positive. The spread of diseases, such as the bubonic plague, occurred alongside the trade of goods. This dark chapter in history serves as a reminder of the dual nature of cultural exchange. The legacy of ancient trade routes can still be seen today. Modern globalization echoes the networks established centuries ago, illustrating the enduring human desire to connect and share. These pathways laid the groundwork for our contemporary world. In conclusion, the secrets of ancient trade routes reveal much about human resilience and ingenuity. These routes not only facilitated commerce, but also shaped cultures and civilizations. Reflect on how these ancient pathways have influenced our world today. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. If you enjoyed exploring the secrets of ancient trade routes, consider subscribing for more calming historical content that helps you relax and unwind. Until next time, keep pondering the past. As we continue our exploration, let's delve into the Silk Road, a network of trade routes that connected the East and West. This remarkable pathway spanned thousands of miles, facilitating not just commerce but also the exchange of ideas and cultures. Merchants traversed vast deserts and treacherous mountains, uniting diverse civilizations through trade. The Silk Road was not merely a conduit for goods like silk and spices. It also enabled the spread of religions, philosophies, and technologies. Buddhism, for instance, traveled from India to China along these routes, enriching cultures across continents. This exchange of spiritual beliefs shaped societies for centuries. In addition to spiritual exchange, the Silk Road facilitated the dissemination of scientific knowledge. Innovations such as papermaking and the compass made their way from China to the West, transforming the way people communicated and navigated. These advancements were pivotal in shaping the course of history. Another vital trade route was the incense route, which connected the Mediterranean to the Arabian Peninsula. This route was essential for the trade of incense and spices, which were highly valued in religious ceremonies and daily life. The wealth generated from this trade significantly bolstered the economies of cities along the route. The incense route not only enriched traders, but also facilitated cultural interactions between civilizations. As goods were transported, so too were stories and traditions. This blending of cultures led to advancements in art, architecture, and philosophy, leaving lasting legacies that we still admire today. The trans-Saharan trade routes also played a crucial role in connecting North Africa with sub-Saharan countries. Caravans laden with gold, salt, and other precious commodities traversed vast deserts, linking diverse cultures. This trade sparked the rise of powerful empires like Mali and Songhai, whose wealth and influence flourished as a result. The cities that emerged along these trade routes became melting pots of different cultures and ideas. Timbuktu, for example, developed into a renowned center of learning and culture, attracting scholars from various regions. The vibrant exchange of knowledge contributed to advancements in mathematics, astronomy, and writing. The Mediterranean Sea served as another pivotal trade network, linking Europe, Asia, and Africa. Goods like olive oil, wine, and textiles flowed freely across its waters, establishing connections that fostered mutual understanding. These maritime routes were essential for cultural exchange and economic prosperity in ancient times. As trade flourished, so did the notion of diplomacy. Nations began to forge alliances and establish trade agreements, which were crucial for maintaining peace and stability. This evolving landscape of commerce significantly influenced political dynamics, shaping the future of empires and nations around the world. The legacy of these ancient trade routes continues to resonate today. Modern trade networks can trace their origins back to these early pathways, illustrating the long-standing impact of commerce on human civilization. Understanding this history allows us to appreciate the interconnectedness of our global society. Exploring the impact of ancient trade routes reveals much about human resilience and adaptability. These pathways were not just about the exchange of goods, but also about the sharing of stories, culture, and knowledge. Each trade route is a testament to humanity's desire to connect and grow together. The stories of individual traders and their journeys enrich our understanding of these routes. Many faced significant challenges, from treacherous terrain to hostile territories. Their tenacity and courage in overcoming these obstacles are inspiring, reminding us of the human spirit's power. Cultural artifacts discovered along these trade routes further illustrate their significance. Items such as pottery, textiles, and coins tell stories of the people who traveled them. Each artifact serves as a bridge connecting us to the past, revealing the rich tapestry of human history. The influence of ancient trade routes on language is also noteworthy. Many words and phrases have roots linked to particular trades or goods that traveled these paths. This linguistic diversity showcases the blending of cultures and underscores the profound effect of trade on communication. Trade routes also played a role in the culinary evolution of societies. Spices and ingredients traveled vast distances, transforming local cuisines. The fusion of flavors and culinary techniques is a testament to the interconnectedness of cultures through trade. The establishment of marketplaces along these routes fostered vibrant economic hubs. These centers not only facilitated trade, but also became social gathering places where people exchanged ideas and built relationships. The lively atmosphere of these markets contributed to a flourishing culture. The role of women in these trade networks is often overlooked. Women played vital roles as traders and artisans, contributing significantly to the economy and culture. Their participation in trade challenged traditional gender roles and helped reshape societal norms. Throughout history, trade routes have often been the catalyst for conflict and cooperation. Disputes over valuable resources and trade rights have led to wars, while shared interests have fostered treaties and alliances. This duality illustrates the complex nature of human interaction through trade. In many cases, the fall of empires can be traced back to shifts in trade routes. When routes were disrupted, economies faltered, leading to societal changes. Understanding these dynamics provides insight into the rise and decline of civilizations throughout history. The advent of new technologies, such as the wheel and the sail, greatly enhanced trade capabilities. These innovations made long-distance travel more efficient, allowing goods to be transported faster and in larger quantities. The evolution of technology played a crucial role in the expansion of trade networks. As we reflect on these trade routes, we notice the intricate connections between geography and commerce. Natural barriers like mountains and rivers shaped the paths traders chose, influencing the dynamics of trade and interaction. Geography has always played a vital role in human history. The environmental impacts of trade routes also deserve attention. The movement of goods often led to ecological changes, as landscapes were modified to accommodate trade activities. This interplay between commerce and nature has shaped environments across time. The art produced along these trade routes often reflects the cultural exchanges that occurred. Artistic styles evolved as influences blended, resulting in unique expressions that celebrated diverse heritages. These works of art continue to inspire and evoke wonder today. Trade routes also facilitated the development of written language and record keeping. As commerce grew, the need for documentation became paramount. This led to the creation of writing systems that enabled societies to keep track of transactions and communicate more effectively. The preservation of historical records highlights the importance of trade routes in understanding our past. Documents detailing trade agreements, journeys, and cultural exchanges provide invaluable insights into ancient societies. Through these records, we connect with our ancestors and their experiences. As trade routes evolved, so too did the goods exchanged. From precious metals to everyday items, the variety of traded goods illustrates the needs and desires of different cultures. This diversity is a testament to the complexity of human societies and their interrelations. We also see the impact of ancient trade routes on modern infrastructure. Highways and railways often trace the paths of old trade routes, illustrating how these ancient connections have laid the groundwork for contemporary transport systems. The legacy of trade continues to shape our world today. As we explore these trade routes, we recognize the role of storytelling in preserving history. Oral traditions passed down through generations highlight the journeys of traders and the cultures they encountered. These stories enrich our understanding of the past, infusing it with life and emotion. The interconnectedness fostered by trade routes can also be seen in the migration of peoples. As traders traveled, they settled in new lands, creating multicultural communities. This blending of populations led to the enrichment of local cultures and the formation of new identities. The decline of certain trade routes often parallels shifts in global power dynamics. As empires rose and fell, the focus of trade shifted, leading to the rise of new centers of commerce. Understanding these transitions provides a clearer picture of the ever-changing landscape of human civilization. Ultimately, the legacy of ancient trade routes teaches us valuable lessons about cooperation and collaboration. The shared interests of traders and nations fostered connections that transcended borders. In a world still shaped by trade, these lessons remain relevant as we navigate our global society. As we reflect on the profound impacts of these ancient pathways, we are reminded of the human stories behind every transaction and journey. Each trade route is filled with tales of courage, ambition, and the enduring quest for connection. Such reflections deepen our appreciation for the past and its ongoing influence on our lives. In every corner of the globe, ancient trade routes have left an indelible mark on cultures, economies, and societies. They are threads woven into the rich tapestry of human history. By understanding their significance, we can better appreciate the diversity and unity found in our modern world. As we conclude this leg of our journey through history, let us carry forward the lessons learned from ancient trade routes. They remind us of our shared humanity and the importance of connection. Thank you for joining us in this exploration, and we hope you continue to ponder the past as we dive deeper into history in our next video. As we delve deeper into the heart of ancient trade routes, we uncover the Silk Road's role in shaping economies. This network of paths not only facilitated commerce, but also became a conduit for technology and ideas. From the east to the west, the exchange of silk, spices, and knowledge transformed societies. The Silk Road connected China with the Mediterranean, allowing for the exchange of goods like silk and porcelain. This interaction sparked innovations, including paper and gunpowder, which would later reshape the world. Each silk thread carried not just goods, but stories and wisdom across vast distances. In addition to material goods, it was the ideas that traveled along these routes that left a lasting impact. Philosophies, religious beliefs, and technologies spread as merchants and travelers exchanged knowledge and experiences. This cultural melting pot was pivotal in the evolution of civilizations. The Arabian Peninsula, rich in trade, served as a critical junction between East and West. The spice trade flourished here, with commodities like pepper and cinnamon fetching high prices. This demand led to the rise of powerful city-states that dominated the trade landscape. Cities like Mecca and Baghdad became pivotal hubs due to their strategic locations along trade routes. Merchants brought not only goods but also diverse cultures that blended in these vibrant centers. It was here that ideas flourished, fostering a climate of innovation and cultural richness. Meanwhile, the maritime trade routes were equally transformative. The Indian Ocean Trade Network connected East Africa, the Middle East, and Asia. Dhows, the traditional sailing vessels, facilitated this exchange, enabling goods to flow seamlessly across vast waters. Ports like Malacca and Calicut thrived as bustling centers of commerce. These ports were melting pots of cultures, where traders mingled, sharing not just products but also traditions. The vibrant exchange led to the dissemination of ideas, creating a rich tapestry of interconnected cultures. The trade of precious metals also played a vital role in these economies. Gold and silver coins became the standard currency, facilitating trade across vast distances. This monetary system laid the foundation for modern economic practices, influencing trade even today. As trade routes expanded, so did the risks involved. From banditry to natural disasters, traders faced numerous dangers. Despite this, the promise of profit and opportunity drove many to embark on perilous journeys, forever changing the landscape of commerce and trade. In addition to danger, the interactions between diverse cultures along these routes often led to conflict. Disputes over territory and resources sometimes erupted into wars. Yet, these conflicts also prompted alliances and treaties, shaping the geopolitical landscape of the time. Trade routes didn't just influence economies, they also contributed significantly to the spread of religions. Buddhism, for example, traveled along the Silk Road from India to Central Asia and beyond, influencing millions with its teachings on compassion and mindfulness. Similarly, the rise of Islam was profoundly impacted by trade. As Muslim merchants traversed these routes, they shared not only goods but also their faith, establishing connections that would lead to the establishment of Islamic communities across continents. Europe, too, was transformed by the influx of goods and ideas from these trade networks. The Renaissance, often called the rebirth, was fueled by the knowledge, art, and inventions that flowed through trade routes from the East. As the demand for luxury items grew in Europe, the competition for trade routes intensified. This ultimately led to exploration and the Age of Discovery, where European powers sought new pathways to the East, forever altering the course of history. The impact of these ancient trade routes is still felt today. Modern trade practices and global commerce owe much to the foundations laid by early traders. The interconnectivity we experience in our world now mirrors the networks established long ago. Understanding these ancient trade routes provides us with insight into human nature itself. They reveal our innate desire for connection, collaboration, and the pursuit of knowledge. As we reflect on our past, we see the threads that bind us together across time and space. The legacy of these roots extends beyond commerce. They have paved the way for cultural dialogues, blending traditions, languages, and customs. The world we inhabit today is a tapestry woven from the threads of past exchanges. In our exploration of these ancient pathways, we find stories of resilience and adaptation. Communities along these routes learn to navigate challenges and capitalize on opportunities, showcasing the human spirit's capacity to thrive. As we continue to uncover the mysteries of ancient trade routes, we must also acknowledge the lessons of sustainability. The interactions among diverse cultures remind us that the choices we make today can impact future generations, shaping the world to come. The rich history of trade routes inspires us to see connections in our own lives. By fostering understanding and cooperation, we can emulate the spirit of ancient traders who sought to bridge divides and build community through shared endeavors. As we reflect on the past, we find that trade is more than just a transaction. It's an exchange of ideas, values, and culture. Just as ancient merchants traveled great distances, we too can journey beyond borders in our quest for knowledge and understanding. The exploration of trade routes leads us to consider the modern implications of global commerce. The intricate web of supply chains that defines today's economy is a direct descendant of the systems established by ancient traders. Understanding ancient trade routes also helps us appreciate the importance of cultural heritage. The artifacts and stories that have survived remind us of the interconnectedness of human experiences across centuries, enriching our present understanding of history. As we gradually piece together this intricate history, we realize that trade routes have always been about more than commerce. They have been pathways of diplomacy and collaboration, allowing for the peaceful exchange of ideas amidst turmoil. The legacy of trade routes invites us to rethink our own approaches to modern challenges. By learning from the adaptability and ingenuity of ancient traders, we can navigate today's complexities with wisdom and foresight. Throughout history, trade routes have not only shaped economies, but also fostered empathy across cultures. The stories of shared journeys and mutual interests remind us of the potential for unity in diversity, a lesson that remains relevant today. As we navigate the complexities of our modern world, the secrets of ancient trade routes offer guidance. They teach us the value of open dialogue, collaboration, and the importance of understanding different perspectives in our pursuit of progress. The future of trade is inevitable, and reflecting on its ancient origins provides a compass for our journey ahead. Just as ancient traders sought new paths to prosperity, we too can find new ways to connect and cooperate in a rapidly changing world. In considering the impact of trade routes, we find ourselves contemplating the environmental challenges we face today. The lessons of sustainability learned from past civilizations can guide our efforts to create a more balanced relationship with our planet. As we draw closer to understanding the full implications of ancient trade routes, we see their enduring influence on global relationships. They teach us that interconnectedness is a strength, fostering resilience in the face of adversity. Furthermore, the history of trade routes reminds us that every interaction counts. Each encounter, whether friendly or challenging, contributes to a larger narrative of human experience, shaping our collective future. Reflecting on these themes, we recognize that the pursuit of knowledge and understanding continues to be our greatest trade. Just as ancient merchants ventured into the unknown, we too must embrace curiosity and exploration. As we explore the evolution of trade routes, we recognize that they also served as platforms for innovation. The challenges faced by traders often sparked creativity, leading to advancements that were crucial for the development of societies. The stories of ancient trade routes are abundant, with lessons on negotiation and compromise. The ability to navigate differing interests fostered relationships that transcended borders, proving the power of diplomacy in trade. In our quest to understand these historical connections, we can draw parallels with contemporary issues. The complexities of trade today echo the challenges faced by ancient traders, reminding us of the timeless nature of commerce. The cultural exchanges that occurred along ancient trade routes laid the groundwork for artistic movements that continue to inspire today. From architecture to literature, we see the echoes of this rich history in our modern creations. As we navigate through these historical narratives, we find that the ancient trade routes were more than mere passages. They were the veins of civilization. Through them flowed not only goods but also the lifeblood of culture and knowledge. Reflecting on the ancient trade routes, we see their role in shaping identities. The interaction between various peoples led to the formation of distinct cultural identities, influencing everything from cuisine to language. Moreover, these routes facilitated the sharing of scientific and medical knowledge. The exchange of ideas about health and wellness enriched societies, paving the way for advancements that improved life for many. The secrets of ancient trade routes also emphasize the importance of cultural preservation. As goods were exchanged, so too were customs and traditions, ensuring that the legacies of these civilizations endure through time. As we continue to unravel the influence of trade routes, we recognize their role as agents of change. They not only facilitated commerce but also brought about social transformations that reshaped communities and societies. With every lesson learned from the past, we are reminded of the potential for growth through collaboration. The spirit of ancient trade routes inspires us to seek partnerships that transcend borders and foster understanding. As we explore further into the narratives of ancient trade routes, we celebrate the human capacity for creativity and resilience. Each story we uncover adds to the rich tapestry of our shared history, reminding us of our journey together. The ancient routes we discuss continue to resonate with us today, shaping our understanding of connectivity in a globalized world. They serve as a testament to the enduring human spirit and our quest for connection across time and space. In our ongoing exploration, we embrace the lessons of the past as we forge ahead. The legacy of ancient trade routes invites us to build bridges rather than walls, fostering cooperation in our diverse world. The legacy of trade routes extends beyond commerce. They are woven into the very fabric of our histories. Each path tells stories of cultural exchanges and shared innovations that sparked progress in ancient societies. The movement of goods was often accompanied by the movement of ideas, shaping civilizations as they adapted and evolved. The Silk Road, one of the most famous trade routes, was more than a passage for silk. This intricate network connected the East and West, facilitating not only trade but also the spread of religions, philosophies, and technologies. The exchange of knowledge was as valuable as any commodity transported along these paths. Maritime trade routes also played a crucial role in connecting distant lands. The Mediterranean Sea, for instance, served as a hub of commerce where goods like spices, textiles, and precious metals were exchanged. These sea routes enabled civilizations to flourish, nurturing relationships that transcended borders. The Indian Ocean trade routes connected East Africa, the Middle East, and Asia, allowing for a vibrant exchange of goods and culture. Merchants navigated these waters not just to trade but to share stories, traditions, and innovations, forming a melting pot of diverse cultures over centuries. In the Americas, the trade networks of the Inca and Aztec civilizations illustrated the importance of commerce in shaping societies. These routes facilitated the exchange of agricultural products, precious metals, and textiles, ultimately creating a complex economic system that bolstered their societies. Ancient trade routes also influenced the creation of languages and writing systems. As traders and travelers interacted, they exchanged not just goods, but also words and concepts. This linguistic blending enriched cultures and led to the development of new dialects and scripts that have persisted through time. The flow of trade was often dictated by geography. Mountains, rivers, and deserts presented both challenges and opportunities for ancient traders. Overcoming these natural barriers necessitated innovations in transportation and logistics, which further advanced human ingenuity and adaptability. The exchange of ideas was equally crucial. Philosophers, artists, and scientists traveled along trade routes, spreading their thoughts and works. This cultural diffusion ignited new schools of thought and artistic movements that enriched civilizations, leading to advancements in various fields. Religion also traveled these paths. The Silk Road, for example, saw the spread of Buddhism from India to East Asia. As beliefs intertwined, they transformed societies, influencing governance, art, and daily life, which showcased the profound impact of spiritual exchanges. Trade routes also contributed to the rise and fall of empires. Control over these paths often determined political power and wealth. Leaders who understood the significance of trade were able to foster prosperity, while those who neglected it saw their influence wane. The emergence of currency was another significant development influenced by trade. As bartering became cumbersome, the introduction of coins simplified transactions and standardized trade practices. This innovation allowed for greater economic flexibility and facilitated broader commerce across vast distances. Luxury goods such as silk, spices, and precious stones drove trade on a grand scale. These items were not just commodities, they symbolized status and power. The demand for such luxuries fueled exploration and established long-lasting connections between distant cultures. The impact of trade routes also extended to technology transfer. Innovations in agriculture, metallurgy, and navigation spread along these paths. The sharing of tools and techniques not only transformed economies, but also improved living standards across regions. The role of women in trade was significant, albeit often overlooked. Women engaged in commerce, crafting, and family businesses, contributing to local economies and cultural preservation. Their roles were pivotal in maintaining the flow of trade and community resilience. As trade flourished, cities grew into vibrant hubs of commerce and culture. Urban centers became melting pots of diversity, where different communities mingled, celebrated, and exchanged ideas. These cities were often the heart of innovation and creativity, reflecting the dynamism of trade. However, trade routes were not without their perils. Banditry and political strife posed continuous threats to merchants. The need for protection led to the establishment of safe passages and trade agreements, highlighting the complexities of ancient commerce. Trade routes often served as conduits for knowledge, including medical practices. The exchange of herbal remedies and healing techniques from different cultures expanded medical understanding and practices, leading to advancements that saved lives across civilizations. Art and literature flourished alongside trade. The movement of artists and writers across regions led to the blending of styles and ideas, creating rich cultural tapestries. This artistic dialogue contributed to the evolution of art movements throughout history. The stories of ancient trade routes also remind us of the fragile nature of these connections. Natural disasters, disease, and political conflicts often disrupted trade, reminding civilizations of their interdependence and the need for resilience in the face of adversity. Ancient trade routes not only shaped economies, but also influenced social structures. As trade expanded, so did social hierarchies based on wealth and commerce. This shift often led to tensions between different social classes, reflecting the complexities of human society. Furthermore, the sustainability of trade routes relied heavily on the relationships established among civilizations. Diplomatic ties fostered cooperation and trade agreements, ensuring that goods and ideas continued to flow smoothly across borders. Even today, the echoes of ancient trade routes resonate in contemporary society. Many modern trade paths trace their origins back to these early networks, illustrating the long-lasting influence of ancient commerce on our global economy. The study of ancient trade routes provides insights into human behavior and social dynamics. By examining how and why people engaged in trade, we gain a deeper understanding of motivations that drive cooperation, competition, and conflict throughout history. As we explore these ancient pathways, we uncover the shared heritage that binds us together. The interconnectedness fostered by trade routes continues to remind us of our common humanity, bridging divides that still exist today. The ancient world was a tapestry of vibrant cultures, each contributing to the grand narrative of human civilization. By understanding trade routes, we appreciate the rich mosaic of traditions, languages, and customs that emerged from these interactions. In conclusion, we find that ancient trade routes were more than mere pathways for commodities. They shaped civilizations in profound ways. As we delve deeper into this history, we see the enduring power of connection, collaboration, and the exchange of ideas. As we explore further, it becomes evident that these trade routes facilitated not only the exchange of goods, but also the sharing of knowledge. This transfer of ideas and innovations led to remarkable advancements in various fields, including science, medicine, and technology. The impact of these connections was felt deeply across multiple regions, altering the trajectory of human progress. In the realm of medicine, trade routes allowed for the exchange of herbal remedies and medical practices. The confluence of different cultures led to the synthesis of healing techniques that would later form the foundation of traditional medicines across continents. This rich tapestry of healing traditions highlights the importance of cross-cultural exchanges. Additionally, ancient trade routes played a significant role in the spread of religions. Merchants and travelers carried their beliefs along with their goods, leading to the establishment of diverse religious communities. This movement of faiths across borders fostered a sense of unity among disparate peoples, creating a patchwork of beliefs that enriched human spirituality. Alongside spiritual exchanges, art and culture flourished as a result of these interconnected pathways. Trade routes served as conduits for artistic inspiration, leading to the blending of styles and techniques. From intricate pottery to stunning textiles, the artistry produced was a testament to the cultural dialogues that flourished along these routes. Moreover, the rise of cities along major trade routes transformed the landscape of civilization. These urban centers became melting pots of cultures, where ideas, languages, and traditions converged. The bustling marketplaces echoed with the sounds of diverse languages, reflecting the vibrant exchange of not just goods, but life itself. The Silk Road, perhaps the most famous of ancient trade routes, exemplified the profound connections forged through commerce. Spanning thousands of miles, it facilitated not only trade, but also cultural diplomacy. The partnerships forged along its path helped to establish peaceful relations among distant empires, showcasing the potential of cooperation. Further west, the maritime trade routes opened up new horizons. From the Mediterranean to the Indian Ocean, ships carried goods and ideas across vast waters, connecting civilizations. The art of navigation advanced as seafarers learned to read the stars, guiding their journeys and expanding the horizons of human interaction. These maritime routes also led to the discovery of new lands and cultures. Explorers ventured into uncharted waters, driven by curiosity and the promise of new trade opportunities. This spirit of exploration laid the groundwork for future encounters, setting the stage for a more interconnected world. As trade flourished, so did the need for governance and regulation. The establishment of trade agreements and laws ensured that commerce could thrive in a stable environment. This led to the emergence of powerful trade guilds that not only regulated markets, but also fostered community identity and pride. In this intricate web of commerce, the role of women also evolved. Many women became key players in the trade networks, managing businesses and facilitating exchanges. Their contributions were vital, often overlooked yet essential in shaping the economic landscape of their societies. As we reflect on the legacies of ancient trade routes, one cannot overlook the environmental impacts of these networks. The movement of goods required resources, leading to both development and ecological changes. Understanding this balance is crucial as we consider the sustainability of our modern trade practices. The historical significance of these trade routes ultimately invites us to ponder their lessons for today. In a world more connected than ever, we must ask ourselves how we can cultivate this spirit of exchange while ensuring respect for different cultures. The past offers insights into the delicate balance of trade and cooperation. As we conclude our journey through the secrets of ancient trade routes, we reflect on the enduring power of connection. These pathways not only shaped civilizations, but they also continue to inspire us today. May we embrace the spirit of exchange, as we forge our own paths in this interconnected world. We invite you to ponder these historical lessons and consider how they apply to our lives. As we navigate our own relationships and exchanges, let us remember the rich history of collaboration and cultural sharing. Thank you for joining us on this serene exploration of history.